Witches, it's Luna here, and happy solstice. This is the eve of the solstice in 2022, and I'm sorry I didn't get an unboxing video up earlier today for you, but it was chaos in my home. We were having some construction done, and it was very noisy, so I thought I'll do a night shoot. And Cliff and I are downstairs watching TV, and he fell asleep, and I thought, okay, it's time to go up and shoot a video. And I came up here, and he woke up and started vacuuming. Anyhow, I love him so much. You just have the hum of the air conditioner to deal with now. But here I am to do an unboxing for you, and I actually had a different deck chosen for today that is a tarot, because usually I do tarot on Mondays and Oracle on Friday. But this deck, like, shoved itself in. She said, pick me, pick me. This is the Fairy Wisdom Oracle. So on the eve of the solstice, gosh, I wonder why the fairies wanted to have their say. Tee-hee. All right, look at the box. It's got matte, that combination of matte and glossy. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can, I guess you can sort of see it there. The combination of glossy on matte that just makes it so textural and pretty. These, if you don't recognize the art style, the art is by Amy Brown, and the text is by her mother, Nancy Brown. We just have the name of the deck and book set on every side of this nice sturdy two-piece box. This is US Game Systems, and after a sip of water, I'll tell you what it says. Amy Brown's Fairy Wisdom Oracle provides a bridge to the elemental realms beyond the world we perceive with our senses. These spiritual dimensions are inhabited by charming fairies, angels, dragons, elves, and other guides who interconnect with us for mutual development. Their job is to help us on our spiritual paths and protect us along the way. Using the enchanting cards in Fairy Wisdom Oracle to get acquainted with this welcoming community of fairies who always have your best interests at heart. It says use thee. Did I say use thee or using? I don't know. The illustrated book provides spiritual guidance in the form of the fairies' wise messages along with chants, to help you focus your intentions and embrace a more positive attitude towards life. I adore chanting. It is one of my main ways of raising spell energy. Deluxe set includes 64 cards and a 140-page illustrated hardback book. The Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck and book set was created by popular fantasy artist Amy Brown and her mother Nancy Brown, a metaphysical healer and writer. Both live in the Pacific Northwest. Hell yeah, let's get in. I'm very quivering with anticipation. It's green and shiny inside. And here is the hardback book. Look at this. It's beautiful. It is worthy of being on a shelf for sure, but it's certainly going to live in its box. This is copyright 2020. Pardon me. All right. Wow, we just jump right in. There's no page of contents. It says, welcome to the Fairy Wisdom Oracle, and I'll read it. The Fairy Wisdom Oracle gives you needed glimpses into your everyday life and helps you see where changes can be made to enhance your life here on Earth. There is more to our world than we often perceive. There exist many dimensions and numerous beings that reside in these realms. All of these elemental beings are interconnected with us. We do not live independent of one another, but are interdependent. These wonderful beings are here to help. They not only take care of the earth, but they work hard to take care of us. We are familiar with many of these beings, such as angels, fairies, and elves. There are many more that we are not conscious of, but they nevertheless contribute to the workings of our planet. Remember as you go through your day to ask for help from the elemental world whenever you need it. The need is never too small to call in their help. It is through helping us that they advance in their spiritual development. We are their work. We, in turn, can spiritually evolve through allowing them to help us. To all these beings, we say thank you. And then it goes straight into readings. You may choose to draw a card each day as a daily focus, or once a week, or once a month. Decide prior to doing the reading which time frame you want to use. That is vital. If you have a specific question, focus on the question as you shuffle the cards. You may also simply ask to receive the message you need most from your reading. That's always the best question. What do I need to know right now? When you receive a card, read it. Think about how it reflects on your question or your life. One example might be, will I meet my true love? Oh, God, don't ask that. What do I need to do to prepare my life for true love to come? That's a better question. What does this card tell you to work on in order to prepare to receive a lasting and meaningful relationship into your life? There you go, to receive a relationship. Then it says how to begin, preparing, finding a quiet place, all of that, past, present, and future layout. So there's 2 cards for each. Care of your Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck. So they talk about purifying the deck. And then here's a chant. Okay, let me see if I can actually see it. In the name of all that is pure and sweet, I ask that smoke and cards do meet. So this is blessing it with incense. Ooh, we'll do this. I call upon the fairies dear to do the work, my cards to clear. My energy is all that's needed, and in these cards it is seated. Now the work can begin, to ask and then to delve within, so be it. Well-written verse, well-written chant. It has a natural rhythm to it. I've read some poetry where the rhythms change, and it's like to have a chant be really powerful, it just needs to be unconsciously rhythmic. When you first get your deck of cards, begin by attuning them to your own vibrations. Place the open deck between the palms of your hands. Oh, we will certainly do that. And then we go straight into the cards. So we do not have any lengthy descriptions here. We have 2 pages at the back for notes. And then we have about the author. Nancy Brown, mother of Amy Brown, is a longtime resident of the beautiful Pacific Northwest. Besides raising 3 children with her husband, Michael, she spent many years as a card reader and spiritual counselor. Always interested in writing, she was thrilled to have the opportunity to write the guidebook for Amy's first oracle deck. Is it really? Wow. Oracle card deck. Amy's whimsical art and Nancy's spiritual intuition were a natural match for the Fairy Wisdom deck. And then about the artist. Amy Brown resides in the Pacific Northwest with their family and various house goblins and garden trolls. She began painting fairies in 1994 and hasn't stopped since. She created the art for fairy blessing cards. Okay, yes. I was thinking it can't be her first, but I think that was a Lucy Cavendish deck, and Amy Brown did the artwork. Amy works mainly in watercolors, but doesn't mind throwing in some ink, colored pencil, or whatever else she can find. There might even be a little pixie dust thrown in. Okay, we'll set the book aside, and I'll see. It's a very nice box. Little butterfly. See you in a minute. That's actually more like a second because it takes no time for you. Here are the card backs. So we have butterflies and flowers. And I'm going to get my charcoal lit so it will be all aglow when I am done with the flip through. Let's do it this way. So here's the number 1 card. We have a number and we have a keyword. This one is attitude. And look at this beautiful purple dragon and this little fairy and those quintessential trademark Amy Brown striped stockings on her fairies. I love them. So yeah, attitude. She's like facing down the dragon. The dragon's like, I'll tell you. Number 2 is coffee break. Aw. I think I'll name her Caffeina. Then we have bad dragon. Oh my. So this is Fairies and Dragons, eh? I want her boots. Birth of Magic. Oh, look at the baby dragon. Lots of purple. Lots of purples and greens. It's beautiful. I like it. I'm going to take my light down just a hair. That's a little better. Jewel of the Sea. And we have a little sea dragon. Forget-me-not. And I just learned that I think it's bluets. I see bluets and I think they're forget-me-nots, and they're not. So these are forget-me-nots. And there's 2 little tiny dragons and a mushroom. And then we have too many dragons. I love this kind of curly, can you see, really delicate, viney looking detail. I love that. Okay. Winter. Trillium. So some of these I'd be able to go intuitively off of, some I would not. Now, Trillium, from the keyword, I would not get much information. But from her look, she's looking very internal. She's looking kind of wistful and off in the distance, maybe a little worried. I don't know. We'll find out. When fairies go bad. So I already know that there will be people who work with the Fae, who are going, you know, that it's kitschy, maybe, and you know, these look like kind of like teen girls and their little bustiers and things. But I truly love the style. And do the Fae care? No, they don't. They liked, I mean, they come to us in so many guises. Oh, and we have a male fairy here. So this is the first time I have seen something other than obviously female fairies. Then we have something wild. Now this looks different. Do you look at the difference in style? So for it to be something wild, it's perfect because we don't have that very crisp, outlined, stylized, you know, particular thing. So, and look how she has, okay, so she's got antlers. Look at the bottom of her dress where she's got feathers sewn on. I'm gonna make that dress. Here's Devotion. Moon Dragon. Companions. That's looks like a griffin. Discovery. The colors are just beautiful. Believe. Rescued. Now I have to say that I am more attracted to like Froude's fairies, ones that are a little more organic and a little more wild looking, but I have no doubt in this deck's ability to connect with the energy. So there's Rescued and Overindulgence. A lot of these are very straightforward. The Balancing Act. Like I said, ones like Trillium I would have to look up, but the rest of them are very obviously, you know, bring you their meaning. Fairies. Okay. So when you're reading a fairy deck and each one of them has a fairy of some sort, and then you have a card called Fairies, it's like, I think I want to set that aside. What was the other one that I wanted to set aside? It was the Trillium one. There she is. I'm going to check the meanings of those. Magnolia, here's another one. Blue Fairy. Isn't she beautiful? She looks more purple to me. On camera, she looks very blue, which, you know, makes sense. Shaman. Oh, look at him. Look at that white stag. Look at his feet here. He's massive. You see him there, and you think, oh, his feet must be there. No, his feet are way the hell down there. Look at this. He is for sure rideable. Green Fairy. So we had the Blue Fairy, the Green Fairy, the Oldest Fairy. Wow. Check him out. Now we're dipping a toe in Froude's waters. The source of magic. Oh, I love the way these are showing on camera. From where I'm looking, and I'm sitting in a darkened room and there's glare, but from where I'm looking, there's a lot less contrast. So I'm glad you can see this. It's beautiful. The source of magic. Beloved. Aw, baby fairy with stripy stockings. Look at them little stockings. Oh. Okay, the dormouse. Door. So the dormouse in Alice in Wonderland was the Dormouse, meaning sleeping, and the little mouse that falls asleep. But that's a dormouse, literally a mouse at the door. Come on. Come on, Mousy Poo. There we are. Okay. Then we have Moon Secrets. Ooh. Hummingbird Dreams. That's another one I'm curious about. The Flirt. Well. Magic Frog. I'm curious to see if, like, the meanings, there's probably a section written that personifies the fairies and talks about the actual fairy and then, broadens it out, is what I'm expecting. Magic Frog. It has wings. Fire Dance. Ooh. Okay, there's one element. Fire Dance, always. I think we've had the green fairy, the blue fairy so far. Are those the only two? Always. Aw. Somebody's a Harry Potter fan. Summer Dragon. Bubble Rider. So there was a card that was just called Winter, and then we have Summer Dragon. I'm curious about that too. If there's a consistency, like we have dragons for all the seasons, or we have, a fairy for all the colors of the spectrum, or something like that, or is it just a couple here and there? Bubble Rider. Lighting the Way. Oh, that's beautiful. The wings are just glorious. Pedestal. Look at the binding around her. Yes, what happens when someone puts us, or we put ourselves, on a pedestal? We limit ourselves severely. Book Fairy. I like her. Dandelions. She's stripy all the way up with her little steampunky goggles. Caffeine. So we have coffee break, and then we have caffeine. Something tells me Amy likes coffee. Fire element. Okay, so we had Fire Dancer. Hold on. We had Fire Dance. Now we have Fire Element, which is a dragon. Hold up. Autumn. Okay. We have Autumn, Winter, and Summer Dragon. Gift revealed. Oh, look at this little dude. Come, come. Come, come. There he is. Oh, you got a posy for her. Ivy. Ooh, she's beautiful. Trouble. Magic Fish. These seem to be kind of all over the place. There's plants, there's magic creatures, and then there's just very mundane kind of things like coffee break, like nightlight. But you can get to, a deeper meaning. Painting poppies. Tattoo Fairy. Oh, look at her. That's my daughter. when her hair was white. Alrighty. Oops. Whispers of Spring. Okay, so there's spring. So we have had all 4 seasons referenced. The Brat. Do you see here it says the Brat? So is this guy carrying the sign for her? Chakra Fairy. Yeah, 2 worlds collide. Earth element. All right. We had the fire element. Here's the earth element. Thinking of you. Trespassers. Oh, that's a cosplay if I ever saw one. Yeah, baby. Water element. Reflections. I love the pigtails, like Pippi Longstocking pigtails. And I have a pattern for that corset and skirt. Seriously, I do. Wild violet. So there's a kind of series of flowers. There's the air element. There's wishing you health. Chocolate brownie fairy. Check it out. He's fuzzy. He's got a chocolate bar. Oh my goodness. So he is a brownie type of fairy is what I'm getting. Human myth. Ouch. And home sweet home. Little mermaid in a shell. All right, so let's take a look real quick here at Trillium and at this card called Fairies and see what they have to say. And then we will do a test drive. So we do have a keyword, self-love. So there's the title of the card and then a keyword. So this, hello, self-love. Yes. Okay, I get it. Learn to appreciate everything delicate and gentle in your nature. Delve into that tender part of yourself that holds the cosmic parent and child. So this part here is the broad meaning. And then we have the chant down here. Dearest Mother Earth and Father Sky, I'm here to receive the love that is rightfully mine. As a child of spirit, I bring this love into my heart and I rejoice. I give great gratitude for the pure potentiality that is me. I allow myself to grow and to bloom in your light and your energy. So be it. I wouldn't call that a chant. I would call that a verse, a poem, a prayer. Write yourself a love poem today, it says. Let's look at the fairies card. Turn right to it. They want to talk, I'm telling you. And look at the full page image of the card and look in comparison to that how big the cards are. And this is, I should start doing this now. This is standard Waite Smith. So not that much bigger, wider than they are longer, just slightly longer and this much wider. It'd be easier to see if I didn't use the whole dang deck, but there you are. Okay, so here's the color image. And the keyword is spirit realm. So the fairies card talks about the spirit realm. All right, I don't need to look any farther. Let's do this. I want to talk to them. I want to talk to these beings. Okay, let me put use twos back in order so everybody is feeling restful when we do this. And what a great time to dedicate a deck. The solstice is at 5 something, I think 5:14 Eastern time tomorrow morning on Tuesday the 21st. And all right, BRB. Okay, so let's start with the with the smoke cleanse. Some of them complained just now. Okay, this is to clear the atmosphere around you. I'm not choking you out with smoke, my dear fairies. By fire and air, may this area, the space around the deck, be purified and charged. Though it's fairy realm, it already is. They're arguing with me already, you guys. By water and earth, may you be blessed and made manifest. I usually say blessed and made whole, but this is blessed and made manifest. And then to my guides and guardians, allies and ancestors, welcome and thank you. And thank you to the fairies who have been so strongly present in my life for my entire life. Thank you, thank you. I will leave you an offering tonight, I promise. May I come in? And I offer you fresh water, and I offer you the fire of Azrael. And once I'm done here, I will offer you some brandy as well. And some fruit. Although when I leave fruit out on my offering stone, it doesn't get eaten. It's very strange. Okay, let's go for a shuffle. Now I can hold them lengthwise, and they shuffled very well. And as they shuffled, they started blowing that gray hair off the desk. Okay, let's do a couple more of this shuffle. I do want to see how it shuffles side along. I'm getting kind of obsessed with how other readers shuffle their decks. Ooh, that works too. Doesn't bridge as well, but that works too. Just kind of, shuffling like a Vegas shuffle where you do just the corners. You gotta have strong thumbs, man. All right, let's do one more of this kind. And then, all right, my loves. Who would like to come talk to me? I'm not doing past, present, future. I'm just asking who would like to talk to me tonight. First of all, we want to do our chant to the deck. So let's do this. And just kind of concentrate with me. Imagine that your hands are around this deck. I need a drink. A lot of pollen. Here we go. In the name of all that is pure and sweet, I ask that smoke and cards do meet. I call upon the fairies dear to do the work my cards to clear. My energy is all that is needed, and in these cards it is seated. Now the work can begin to ask and then to delve within. So be it. Awake, 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 dear fairies. Awake, awake, awake. Hee hee hee. Ooh, this deck has magic. In case you doubted. Here we go. Ooh, that one wants out. Thank you. And of course, fairies, you know what's in my mind and in my heart. How do we go into thriving mode from surviving mode? How can we best carry ourselves through life in a way that honors nature and nurtures us as part of nature? And they come flying out the deck. All right. These two, and one turned herself over. I didn't look at the bottom of the page, duh. Or yes, I did. There isn't like a condensed area of several keywords. Yeah, there. Okay. So there's no reverse, but we're going to leave her reverse just to see what she wants to say. So the first one is thinking of you. The keyword is synchronicity. How interesting. Okay, so I'm connecting those two in my mind because the goal is to be able to call upon, draw on those keywords without looking them up in the book. So if I see thinking of you and I can connect it to synchronicity by that thing where, you're thinking of somebody out of the blue and suddenly they call you, or you run into them at a store or something like that. So synchronicity. I'm going to read this whole thing. Have you ever been thinking of someone just as the phone rings, only to find that they are the one calling you? Life presents many examples of synchronicity to us. There's no such thing as coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. I argue with that, but that's not the time and place for it. Everything happens for a reason, and synchronicity happens more often when we are strongly grounded within ourselves. When well grounded, we have a strong connection to everything in our universe. These connections help to put us in the right place at the right time. Our intuition is heightened and things fall into place so much easier. We flow with the universal life force instead of fighting it. Therefore, everything comes to us naturally and more easily. Life is much more enjoyable and efficient too. Work on bringing more synchronicity into your life. If life feels frantic, stop, breathe, and center yourself. Find the place of peace within. Ask for help from the elementals. They know about peace and balance. This allows you to make better choices of your words and actions. The more you practice this balance, the more synchronicity has a chance to work in your life to put you exactly where you need to be at the perfect divine time. Sense the rhythm of the earth and synchronize your breathing to it. The earth's pulse is your pulse. The earth's breath is your breath. All is one. You move smoothly on your life's journey. The chant is, created in the light, grounded in the stone. I ask synchronicity here to be shown. I call on the powers of timing and place. I bring in the balance of divine grace. So be it. And down here, there's just one big phrase, and it says, let someone know you are thinking about them today. And I know exactly who that is for me. Then we have fire dance. So, first of all, what do? Rather than just thinking about people, we connect. We know these things. You know, we do get the same messages over and over because the essentials are the same for what we need for our best self-care and what we need in order to thrive in our lives. I'm going to throw some more Azrael on the charcoal. If I got to put up with the heat, I want the good smells. Okay. Fire energy is the keyword for fire dance. The fire dance represents the dance of life, for it is the giving of life, which is the function of the Kundalini energy force, also known as serpent energy. Kundalini, you know, you look at these terms that have been, appropriated from Hinduism, and they're everywhere. I mean, they are in the Western vernacular, sometimes with a gross misunderstanding of what they actually mean. Sorry. I watched a thing on, I think it was Gaia Channel, but it was a, kind of self-produced show that somebody did, and they were talking to somebody, and she was talking about karma and saying, basically it was, I can't remember. She talked about positive karma and negative karma, and she just got it dead wrong, and it was very upsetting. Okay, so let's give a nod to the original cultures in Hinduism. It is through this energy that life and creation are achieved. Kundalini is a natural sexual energy that is stored at the base of the spine. It's a serpent. The Kundalini energy is a mighty force that should be allowed to awaken at its own natural pace. It will naturally open as you become more loving and more conscious of your own divinity and connection to spirit. Fire energy that is awakened too soon is at risk of misdirection. It is wiser to study, read, and work on your own spiritual understanding. This will gently let the fire energy rise. I feel like this deck is written for young people. This certainly is. Balance is very important. Balance is very important to this energy system and promotes well-being on all levels. Though we refer to this as sexual energy, it is not limited to sexual use. All creation uses this energy. It is the creative force in the physical body. It's the creative force in the universe. You know that. It is not completely dormant, even in the least enlightened being. This energy is in constant use daily in conjunction with all of your energy systems, which all work together. This is a wonderful but very powerful energy which demands respect. This card may also indicate you've been feeling low in energy. Why did she come up upside down? Hello. If so, be sure to review your eating, exercise, and your sleep habits. Take good care of yourself and make a releasing of worries statement to yourself and the universe. Consult a doctor if you feel there's any real problem. This is speaking directly to me. I hope it's speaking to you too as the collective. I just called the doctor today about this very thing. So it is, yeah. If you would like to do an exercise to help your energy system stay in top running order, then sit in a quiet, comfortable place and close your eyes. Slowly imagine breathing in and out each color of the chakra system. Start with red and move to orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. This is calling me to a prayer circle so hard. Imagine breathing in a beautiful mist of each color. Breathe each color until it feels integrated within your body, and then move to the next. Soon you will feel more balanced and energized. The chant is, the creative forces flow through me in the perfect way. My health glows with radiance as I am in balance inside and out. Great Serpent, awaken in your own divine time, for that is as it should be. So be it. Connect to your fire energy through dance. What a wonderful card. So the chants really aren't chants. They are pronouncements. And yes, you can chant these in the way that you say them with great purpose and intent and infused with energy and all that. But I'm looking, I'll be happy to find some more rhythmic ones. They're wonderful chants. Okay. Then we have beloved. So clearly we need to take care of our physical bodies. We need to connect with others. And this keyword is adoration. Who do the angels and elementals adore? Why do they serve joyously and tired? No. I can't see. You guys, I'm so sorry. And it's my eyes. It's not the setting. Who do the angels and elementals adore? Who do they serve joyously and tirelessly? You. They know of the great work that you are here to do on earth, and they do their very best to aid you. They watch out for you. They whisper answers in your ears. Yes, they do. They help heal you when you are ill and comfort you when you are sad. Because of them, you are never alone. That's the truth. They are always at your beckoning. Family members or friends who have passed on help in these capacities too. If you become quiet, they will give you a sign. It could be a feeling in the forehead, a gentle wisp through your hair, a sense of a hand on your shoulder. You can always call them and they will come to you. And you tell them how you want them to come to you so you don't suddenly feel a hand on your shoulder and shit your pants. Okay. This card reminds you that your helping beings are thinking of you. It can also be telling you that you have an admirer on the earth plane too. If you do not know who it is, ask the angels and elementals to tell you. Remember that you are beloved. Always be yourself and know that it is good enough. Others will love you for who you are, not for who you might think you should be. Recognize your incredible uniqueness in this world. There is no other like you. There is no other person who can fulfill your destiny on earth. Adore yourself. So this is written to where it would be very accessible to young people that are, coming for their first deck and their first connection with the fairies. Certainly the artwork and its style are very friendly in that way, and the writing is friendly as well. The chant is, I rejoice in my divine nature. I am unique unto myself. I have come to earth to fulfill a destiny that no one else can fulfill, to do a job that no one else can do. I love myself completely on all levels. So be it. And it says, ring a bell for an angel today. Okay. And I'm not finding any more rhythmy chants, which is kind of making me sad. They don't rhyme. Yeah, they just, I'm kind of sad. I ever was, I always will be. I am the infinity. My soul reaches out far beyond this shell. Within me, the spirit has a place to dwell. I am, so be it. Okay. So, the keywords we have, let me go through these real quick because this is semi-short, not really. Attitude, the keyword is attitude. Coffee break is appreciation. Bad dragon is judgment. Birth of magic is innocence. Jewel of the sea is depth. Forget-me-not is departures. Too many dragons is schedules. Winter is rejuvenation. Trillium, self-love. When fairies go bad, surrender. Something wild, change. Devotion, unconditional love. Moondragon, emotions. Companions, guidance. Discovery, potential. Belief, faith. Rescued, assistance. Overindulgence, grounding. The balancing act, balance. Fairies, spirit realm. Magnolia, focus. Blue fairy, love. Shaman, teacher. Green fairy, healing. Okay. Oldest fairy, timelessness. Source of magic, manifestation. Beloved is adoration. The dormouse is home. Moon secrets is cycles. Hummingbird, the hummingbird dreams is smallest. The flirt, attention. Magic frog is child. Fire dance, fire energy, always infinity. Summer dragon, sunny. Bubble Rider, joy. Lighting the way, illumination. Pedestal, choice. Book Fairy, intellect. I hope I'm not annoying the absolute crap out of you. Dandelions, perspective. Just, I want you to know what it's about. Caffeine is motivation. Fire element is passion. Autumn, releasing. Gift, revealed, surprise. Ivy, finances. Ooh. Trouble, honesty. So we do have, mundane things dealt with. Trouble is honesty. So I like that. It's a very practical deck. So trouble, the one that's called trouble, the key word is honesty. Magic fish is intention. Nightlight, dreams. Painting, poppies, creativity. My tongue got ahead of my brain there. Tattoo fairy, labeling. Ooh, tattoo fairy, labeling. Yow. Awesome. Whispers of spring, growth. The brat, spoiled. Chakra fairy, alignment. Earth element, grounded. So we have grounding and grounded. Thinking of you, synchronicity. Trespassers, boundaries, good. Water element, flow. Reflections, mirror. Wild violet, romance. Air element, wind. Wishing you health, wholeness. Chocolate brownie fairy, and joy. Human myth is connection. And home sweet home is the return. So, they've got the gift. There ain't no two ways about that. I mean, this just totally spoke to me loud and clear. I hope that you enjoyed it as well. What did you... Oh, come back, Luna. I don't know why it doesn't let go of it sometimes. What did you think of it? Did you like it? Do you have this deck? Does it speak to you the way it just did to me? I know this one's going to be in heavy rotation all summer. I'm not even going to put it on the shelf. Yeah, so thank you, fairies, dear. Brandy's on its way. If you liked it, hit the like button, please. I can't talk anymore. And subscribe if you haven't done that already. Share this with somebody else who hears the fairies. Join me on Wednesday nights for a live stream, readings for the collective, and on Mondays and Fridays for unboxings of various decks. And then on the weekends, for some live stream prayer circles. And you know what? If that sounds overwhelming, all you have to do is hit the bell and you'll find out whenever I put up content. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you next time. Until then, this is Luna. Blessed be.